Okay, so making Philly Cheesesteak Stuffed Peppers, trying something new, something low carb and delish. So I'm starting with, I've already cut up some red onion. I have my peppers here, obviously yellow, orange, red, and green. I just love the taste of all of those. They all have a different place in my heart. I am opting to use ground beef for this. I was actually going to cut up a steak, but I just feel like inside of the pepper, it's probably going to be easier to kind of cut through it. And so I'm just opting to utilize the ground beef. Obviously got my olive oil here. Got provolone cheese, because I mean, we need provolone cheese for a cheesesteak, okay? Got my portobello mushrooms. I love mushrooms, oh my gosh. I just love mushrooms. Obviously, you know, you gotta have your sweet and hot peppers, because otherwise it is not a cheesesteak. And then just some of my favorite, you know, some of my seasonings here that I like to use in terms of seasoning my meat. So let's jump into it. So what I opted to do was actually cut my peppers in half. And the reason for that is because not only am I going to eat this for dinner, but I also want to be able to have some of this for lunch. I need a big cutting board. I've just come to realize that. But anyways, this is what it is. So now what I'm getting ready to do is scoop out the seeds and everything in the middle. I'm adding this to my meal prep plan as well. A lot of people like to just take it and, you know, scoop out the top, so then they stuff everything inside of the pepper like that. But again, I wanted to be able to use this for lunch as well. Okay, so if you've never had to gut out a bell pepper, and I'm sure there's another word for it, but I'm not a chef. Basically, you just take your knife and you cut all around, and then you literally can just pull the flesh and the seeds out of there. Okay, that's pretty much all you do. And then you just rinse out those seeds. Now, I've opted to leave, you know, the little stem part on there, honestly, because I just think it's pretty. Not because I'm gonna eat it, but I just think it's pretty. Who doesn't want to eat pretty stuff? Just saying. So now we're at a point where we're getting ready to make our filling. While we're in the process of doing our filling, we need to actually be tenderizing our bell peppers, because as you can feel, they are very thick. So a lot of recipes call for putting these in the oven for probably about 30 minutes or so. But I came across a recipe from Low Carb Maven, and she talks about placing hers in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes, and they will soften up. So I actually did it with the orange pepper, and they are very, very soft. I actually put it in there I ended up having to do it for about 4 minutes. So I started off with just 3 minutes, and then I put it in for an extra minute to just make it tender. And then there's going to be liquid because it's a vegetable. It already has its own water. And so what you'll end up doing is just dumping the water out once you're done. And be careful, because they're going to be super hot. So, all right, so I'm going to do the same thing with these. So what I'm going to do is actually place these inside of a microwave safe container. And then I'm going to actually cover it. So whatever container you have, I don't know if you have the special paper that can go over top of this, or if you actually have a lid, you're going to want to actually cover this up before you put it in the microwave, because then it's like steaming the bell pepper. So that's what you're doing. You're steaming it right in the microwave. All right, so we're going to throw these in the microwave. Set this for, I'm going to still just do 3 minutes and just check on it. All right, so it's been 3 minutes. Be careful. Woo, woo! You see that steam? Yikes, that's hot. And they still seem a little crunchy to me. No, they feel good. They feel good. So I don't know, maybe there needed to be more than one in here, but this actually feels good. So what I'm gonna do is actually let these cool off for a minute, because they are hot. And then I'm going to drain the water. You see all that water that's in there? We don't want to put our filling and bake these with all that water in there. We don't want to do that. All right, so let's get into this filling. Threw a little bit of that olive oil in the pan. I'm gonna throw my onions in here first. Now, I have so many chef friends, like literally, I have so many friends that are bona fide chefs. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that are on here that are chefs, and they're probably like, she's doing it wrong. I don't know what the right way is, but I really enjoy, I like putting my onions in and letting them cook before I throw my meat in there. And because because I just want that essence of the onion to go all the way through the meat. So I don't know if that's the right chef thing to do, but it's what Mika does. Just saying. I'm gonna throw my mushrooms in here too, so that they can soften up. That portobello mushroom. Now, by now you probably know I love my vegetables and stuff chunky. It's just what I love. I mean, a lot of people probably like their stuff really minced, really small. I don't. I like my stuff chunky. So for me, I'm in the land of you do what makes your food look and taste good to you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw my meat in here. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you cook your meat until it is brown. It doesn't matter really what it is that you're cooking. I don't care if you use beef, chicken, turkey. There needs to be no pink in your meat. And now that this is done, we are definitely going to drain this meat. Look at all of that. Look at all that grease and that fat. The whole reason for us cooking ourselves cute is because, baby, we trying to have our best dream body. Throw in these peppers. You know, they're already soft, so that's why I didn't throw them in before now. Funny story about this. I was on my way home and realized I'd forgotten to pick these up from the store. So I ran into a hoagie shop and was like, can I please buy some of your sweet and hot peppers? And they just gave them to me. You see how God works? I just love how he blesses me. Yes. So I love cheese. So I took my provolone cheese and actually sliced it up. It's hard to do this with one hand, but sliced it up and put it in the bottom of my bell pepper. Okay. So that's what you're going to want to do. At least that's what I do, honey, because I just feel like cheese is blessed, right? I want cheese everywhere. Yes, God. Bless me, Lord. Bless me with cheese. First of all, I'm trying to understand how chefs can keep their area so clean when they cook. I just don't think it's real. In terms of, not having meat fly everywhere and all that stuff. Anyways, next thing I'm going to do is actually add some cheese on top of these. I'm going to add them to the top of my bell pepper. And you know what? I'm just going to let it melt right on top like so. Yes, honey. All right, I'm going to put these in the oven for about 25 minutes. And definitely until all the cheese is melted. I had to get creative, y'all. I used a whole pack of provolone cheese. Who does that? I had to get creative, child. We're going to see what this tastes like. All right. Okay. I think I can get into this. To me, the only thing that's missing is that extra cheese right here. But I bet this is going to be delicious anyway, because if you remember, we have cheese on the bottom. So, yes. Okay, Philly cheesesteak pepper. I'm going to taste it and see what it tastes like. I don't know which one I want to eat first. Look at that crusted cheese right there. I'm going to eat that right now. Mm-hmm. Yes, God. Yes.